Hi, I'm Jeanne Fiorini. Thanks for being here at the Tarot Tips. If you've been tuning into any of these videos, I guess there's 130 of them so far, you understand and can see that there are innumerable ways to use your tarot cards. The creative possibilities are endless. A really, I think, helpful, practical way to use the cards that sometimes gets overlooked, and maybe there are reasons we should be very careful with it, is to check in with body issues. We think of the tarot sometimes as being very metaphysical, esoteric, help me with my spiritual, with my feelings, with my thinkings, all these things. But it can also help us connect with our body, help us to maybe understand a little bit what's going on, guide us toward being more in balance, having better health. I will, do the caveat of always check with your practitioner if you have a serious concern, or take what the tarot might tell you and follow up with it. We would never want to use any one system just to diagnose ourselves. And I'm not really talking about diagnosing, I'm talking about checking in with our body by using the cards. And a really simple way to do this, you can either use the chakra system, the 7 or 12, depending on how many chakra centers you like to work with or think about. You could do a total, if you want to say, body scan, see where the points of challenge might be. Or if you're having a specific issue, maybe you're having headaches, you could say, what do I need to know about these headaches? Or even playing that, what would my pancreas have to say to me today? Or, I have this pain on my side. What would my liver want to say to me? Maybe our knees are hurting. What are my knees trying to tell me? Draw a few cards. I am going to use a couple examples. So again, to try to see if you can get any insight about the physical body through the cards, that's going to be the point of this video. So let's go to the tarot table and look at a couple examples. So if we were to use the 7 chakra system, the idea is very simple. You use that basic layout, that template, as the positions that you're going to set your cards. So let's just do a general overview. We're going to use 7 cards. We're going to say, okay, here's crown chakra. See, this isn't going to show up too well on this video, on the screen here, but we'll set it out. So the crown chakra, vision chakra. I'm going to set them like this, and then when we look at them, we'll lay them out this way. Throat chakra, heart chakra, solar plexus, sacral, second chakra, and then root chakra. So ideally, you set them up at a nice straight line like your spine, and you take a look and you say, okay, what you're looking for is the energy, and you might want to look at, okay, where are the strong points, where are the weak points, what do I need to know? Crown chakra, 8 of Swords. Now we don't have time in this video to talk about every possible interpretation here. I'm just going to quickly run off some ideas. Crown chakra. There might be some things that I'm not paying attention to, that I'm not listening to, maybe that I don't understand. What's coming in from spirit? Vision, second chakra. Sorry. So we're starting at the top. 7th, 6th, the sight or the vision, card of communication. Comes up reversed. Ideas flying around. possibilities. Interesting that we see 2 swords so far. Throat chakra. Another sword, justice. Am I speaking clearly? What am I asserting myself about? Sword, sword, sword so far. Heart chakra. No, geez. 6 of swords. Healing. Releasing. Again, I'm not going to go in depth with some of these interpretations because I do want to show another example. Solar plexus, Hermit card. That feels nice and centered, but it also feels very private, like I'm keeping things to myself. Second chakra, Sacral. That's a nice card of balance. The first wand card we see, we have this pretty kind of stern, severe energy up in these first 5 chakras. We get to the 6th and we see the 4 of wands. Root chakra, Knight of Cups. Now a cup card. So I'm going to see if I can move this out a little bit. Yeah, the video is going to hinder us a little bit here. But yeah, see if you can, when you're doing your layout, set them in, again, in a straight line. This is not straight, but I hope you can get the idea. And look where the points of strength are, where we see some commonality. I mean, I could look at those first 3 cards, the 8, the Knight, and the Justice card, and really see trying to work some things out there. Where are the points of strength? I would say that Justice card in the throat chakra feels pretty strong. Obviously the Hermit in the solar plexus position. And, you know, for all of the air and analytical and the sword energy in the top 3 or 4 chakras, we do see some water, some fire, earth with the Hermit card in the lower chakras. So you look for where are the harmonies, where are the points that might need some attention. So let's say I say, okay, I'm going to focus on this one. So crown chakra, 8 of swords. I'm going to ask the question, if that's the energy in my crown chakra, actually I need to leave it reversed for some reason. I'm going to pull 2 cards for what can help me either open up more clearly or find clarity about what's wanting to come in to my crown chakra. Connection between me and spirit, my consciousness and my spirit. Ace of Cups, 3 of Cups. Well, the short story there to me, and if people have ideas, I'm certainly open to hearing people's impressions, interpretations. It shifts suits. It gets out of the thinking, out of the understanding, and into gratitude, into connection, into acceptance, into grace. I often think of this card as a card of grace. And so interesting, the dove coming in here, it really feels a nice metaphor for connection of spirit coming through the crown chakra. So get out of my head, even though we associate the crown chakra with the head, but it's not about thinking. Overthinking things, maybe. Opening up to joy, abundance, gratitude, and grace. Okay, just a quick example there. Now let's say you can focus on any part of your body. You can say, let's do something really mechanical. Let's say we have a knee problem. So we might say, what are my knees trying to say to me? What do my knees need from me? Okay, so let's ask those two questions. What are my knees saying to me? What do my knees need from me? Let's just see what we get. What are my knees saying to me? There's the Justice. Oh, I'm going to leave it reversed. What are my knees saying to me? It may not make logical sense, but what I get from that card in this moment is, don't work so hard. You're working too hard. You think you have to do things that you don't really have to do. I like the balance here. I'd like it to, maybe to be upright. So there's kind of a harshness there that feels like things are fairly solid, but that I might be, again, like that Eight of Swords, overworking things a little bit. Again, this is just an interpretation off the top of my head to explain or describe the technique here. What do my knees need from me? Oh, another sword card. It's a sword day, I guess, today. Well, that Five of Swords fits in with that interpretation of the Justice card that I threw out. Five of Swords is a boundary card. And what do my knees need from me? Protection. Holding back a little bit. Not feeling like I have to do everything for other people. Interesting. It sort of felt like I was winging it on that interpretation of the Justice card, but this does back it up. So what are my knees trying to tell me? What do my knees need from me? So you can do that with any part of your body. Like I said, if you have a headache, maybe your tummy's not quite right. How can I help? What does my tummy need from me? How do I support my tummy? Draw a few cards and see what you get. You know, again, not diagnosing, but trying to work with the wisdom of your intuition and your body and the cards to help get yourself back into balance. I'm compelled to draw one more card about this whole exercise. Not sure why, but let's just see what we get. Five of Pentacles. It's so interesting because I think of this card obviously as somebody who's got physical ailments. To me, it's that card is saying when you need help, ask for it. There's resources there for help. Don't expect that you have to live with pain and suffering. Again, if people have thoughts about that, ideas they'd like to throw out around this idea, I'm happy to hear it. So there's an interesting little way to be using your cards specifically for health and healing. Let me know how you make out. See you next time.